Just to start, what prompts a goalie coach change this early in the season?
Listen, Pierre's done a great job for the organization for the last 7 years. We just felt at this time it was the right timing to have a reset with our goalies. There's obviously a history with Sergei and Ilya, and we just made that decision going forward to just have a little reset for our goalies.
Was it something that? Did you have a conversation with Ilya about it at all?
No, it's my decision. It's not on the player. The players will never tell you, hey, I want this coach or that coach. I know he's had success with Sergei, and that's where we went. So it's 100% my decision, and the goalie had nothing to do with it.
Has Sergei worked with him at all since training camp?
No, they worked together at training camp and in the summer. He's been his goalie coach in Russia the last, even before he came over. So, but no, when he was here, I know Piero was working with him, and now we're going to give an opportunity for Sergei to work with our goaltenders.
When Patrick goes out on the ice, like he did the other day, to work one-on-one with Ilya, saying why he felt he needed to do that, does that play into the overall decision?
No, not at all. Patrick, the great thing about Patrick is, he's very humble that he's like, I can't coach a goalie position today because it has changed from the time he's played. But what he knows is a goalie mindset. That doesn't change. So Patrick's great. And, we talked about it. I said, hey, with your experience, it wasn't about technical stuff. It's about mindset stuff that he's able to talk with Ilya and our goalies. Because, you look at goaltending from when Patrick played and today, it's a totally different position. So Patrick at least is humble enough to understand that that's not his, the technical part of it is not what it is. But a goalie mindset's a goalie mindset. And Patrick had a pretty good one.
So was Piero offered another job in the organization? And is Sergei the full-time goalie coach, the interim goalie coach? How are you going forward?
We just made a change there. So, Piero doesn't have another role in the organization right now, and Sergei will be our coach for the rest of the year, and we'll go from there.
Do you have Bridgeport? Sorry, do you have Bridgeport's goalie coach name?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna. We're working on that. Chris Terreri is gonna help us right now in Bridgeport in the transition, and then we'll see where we go on that aspect.
With Alexander Romanov, is there any update on his status? And do you guys plan on calling anybody up?
We're looking at things. He won't play tomorrow. I doubt that he plays Saturday also. So we'll see hopefully next week. But it's nothing serious, but it's just something we have to deal with, just an upper body. But I wouldn't really expect him in the next 2 games, most likely.
Would that have to be an IR situation if you want to bring someone up? Or?
Well, it's more. There's IR. There's cap. There's because IR, you get the roster spot, but you don't get the cap relief. So there's a few things we have to look at. So
is LTIR a possibility then?
It is. I'm not sure yet if we're going to do it. We're looking at different options right now, and that's part of our job is to play with the CBA and all the rules that come with it to make sure you have a compliant roster. And we're looking at different options right now.
Do you have anything on any update on Varley or Pierre Engvall?
Actually, Pierre Engvall had surgery yesterday morning on his ankle, and he is most likely out for the season or 5-6 months most likely. So we probably won't see him anytime soon. And Varley's still progressing. Like he's moved to now dropping down more and testing his knee a bit more. So it's still like as a wait and see approach with Varley. But he's still, like you saw him, he was on the ice this morning. So he's still working towards it. But Pierre will be out for a while.
With Pierre, is the ankle different? I thought he had a hip.
He did have a hip, but he had an ankle before and through the surgery, and then his ankle flared up again. So we just decided with him to get it fixed right now so it doesn't linger. I mean, he still has term on his contract, and instead of him playing not at full strength, we might as well get it fixed and go from there.
So then I guess with him and Varley, are you looking at moving them to LTIR so you can get the cap relief?
Well, we will if once we need it. Like there's like the LTIR, ideally you don't want it. People always think it's an advantage, and maybe where I came from, people think we're guilty of it, but it's not an advantage to be an LTIR. Like you don't accrue cap space, or you try not to be. So that's why right now Varley and Pierre Engvall were in IR, because in IR you get the roster spot, but you don't get the cap relief. So if we need, then whatever we have to do, and even when you invoke LTI, you have to maximize your cap space. So you want to leave as little as possible under the cap, because when you invoke, that sets your limit. Anyways, that's my job. So there's a few things we have to look at. So until we need it, we don't necessarily plan on going into it, but we might.
I know Shabanov didn't skate today. Any concern with him?
No, just a little maintenance day. Like he's progressed well actually as a player, and he had a little thing. So we'll see. He's getting treatment today, so we'll see about tomorrow.
You went down to Bridgeport. Just what have you thought of the way Rockies run things there and the prospects so far?
Really, the energy has been awesome. I mean, we the game I was there, we won 6-2, and last weekend actually I watched the first 2 periods back from Ottawa on the plane. We're up 3-0 and 3-1, and then I get home after driving and I see we lost, and things happen sometimes, but he's done a great job. Like Cal Ritchie's looked great in those games, and we have a lot of players that have looked good, and it's a really big step forward, the way the team's playing, the way the team's competing. So and now like we have guys, we had Beckman that was suspended, now he's back. We have Julian Gauthier who's almost back, so we're gonna have a good team down there.
Any reaction to the news yesterday that the Olympic send-off event in February is scrubbed, but there is a All-Star game coming to UBS in 27?
It's great for our fans here to have the All-Star game. Actually, it's almost better to have the All-Star game in 2027 than just a send-off with some events. At least there'll be some hockey. Well, we think so in 2027. So it's unfortunate, but again, like I worry more, like that's more on the marketing side than on my side. But I'm happy that our fans here in UBS Arena, we will still have it the year after. So that's great for our fans.
Has there been any talk? I don't know if this is necessarily your portfolio, but has there been any talk about bidding on World Cup of Hockey games for 28?
That's definitely not my portfolio. I hope we do. Like honestly, like it's an outstanding. It's one of the best buildings in the NHL. So. But that I haven't talked with ownership or marketing to see. I think it's at the very early stages of that right now. So, but it'd be awesome to have those games at UBS for sure.
Obviously, you guys have won 3 straight games. What have you just seen from the team, especially just transition?
Well, we can score goals. We obviously have to limit chances a bit, which we're changing the style of play. So there's some growing pains going through it. Which are we giving up a bit too much? Yes, we are. I thought Ilya played a real solid game yesterday, gave us a chance, and we scored. But I like our power plays look good. Even some games where we didn't score, I thought we had a lot of zone time. And you look at analytics, and I didn't check yet this morning, but we were first in the league for all zone possession time, first in controlled entry in the zone. So we're getting a lot of zone time. And yesterday, the power play probably won us the game, outside of the shorthanded goal, but and the PK we've had some goals scored, but there's quite a few in the last 10 seconds of a power play, which kind of sucks because you do a good job for a minute 50 and then you get a goal, but it gives you a power play goal against. And the PK did a great job yesterday. We didn't give them much on their power play yesterday. So, but 5-on-5 overall, we do have to do a better job managing the puck. To me, it's not even about a structure issue. We just mismanage the puck at times, and that's what we have to fix. But we're, in a way, we got out of those games with wins, even if we at times we were sloppy with the puck. But the guys know it. They take a lot of pride in that, and it's a work in progress.
We've obviously talked to you a lot about Schaefer. Just what can you say about the way he's played out of the gate here?
He's a pretty good hockey player. At least he's done a great job. Like he's what's impressive. I've mentioned to you guys before. I think what impressed me the most is the way he defends too. Like he defends with his leg. He closes plays. His legs is sick. And listen, he's 18 years old. There's still some learning moments in games, but he's been playing great, and we just hope he continues to improve. And he's a big part of our team already. So we're. I can say that that's a lucky part I got when I got this job. I can't take the credit for the lottery because it was already won before I got here. But he's a special player.
Hey Matthew, silly house cleaning question, very obvious, but he's coming up on 9 games, right? I mean,
we got 3 more before. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to read the tea leaves, right?
Yeah.
He's, I guess there's no link with rocket science and tea leaves, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the way he's playing right now. I'd be surprised to see him. I haven't talked to the Erie GM yet, but I'm sure he's watching the game and he's not expecting him in his lineup.